Morning. Welcome to another edition of Mental Check Mondays. Hopefully, everyone had a pretty good week. Hopefully, everyone's excited about next week. I am. Obviously, we're going to fall camp, and everyone's probably going through something as they get ready for the new season, get ready for the new school year. My biggest thing is, check on your family, ask people, like, are you okay? And so that's the question I pose today. That's the question I ask right now. Are you okay? Obviously, there are high school football players going into camp, going into a new school year. Obviously, there are college athletes going into a new semester, going into fall camp right now, going through fall camp, looking at depth charts. Obviously, there are NFL players going through camp right now, about to get ready for preseason. Moms and dads are buying school clothes. Bills need to be paid. Like, it's a lot going on right now. And so I think the biggest thing is, right, to, kind of slow it down and sit down and ask your people, are they okay? Ask them, are they okay? Ask them how they've been. How was their summer? Was it so easy to just get caught up in everything going on? It's so easy to get caught up in everything that we're doing, but like to not ask, is someone okay? Like, are you doing well? How's your mental? Um, the truth really is to talk to someone. Not even, if someone asking you, like, just tell them how you feel. Tell them how your summer went. Tell them what you're going through right now. Like, I think it helps. It helps cope. It helps get over things, because you don't want to have an outburst about something so small and minute, and they don't have no reason. They don't have an understanding of why you're so upset. Like a little outburst, and then it just goes left. And so I think, like, being honest, one, with yourself, as we get into this new school year, as we get into this new football season, new jobs. But I mean, just the pressure, right, of a parent that's sending a kid back to school. They had the kid all summer preparing for a new school year, new shoes, new book sack, new school supplies. Like, that's a lot, especially on any parent, right? I think there's a lot of pressure on them. It's a lot of pressure on the kids, right, to go back to school. You've been out of school for about 2, 3 months, and like going back to school, picking up the pieces, um, and we kind of just gloss over it. Like, we don't um, ask, how's their summer? We don't ask what they did all summer, um, leading up to right now. We just kind of think everybody's okay, and I'm guilty of that too, right? Um, but it's just, I think it's very important that we all sit down and just ask, even if it's, people walking by, people that you see, like, just, make a habit of it. Make a habit of asking how they doing as we get into this new season. Um, we have about, what, 5, 6 months left in the year. Um, just, check on people, because, even if you see them, walking down the hallways, or you see them at work, like, someone's going through something that we don't even know that's going on. Like, truthfully, honestly, like, are y'all okay? And some people cope with things, right? I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, I don't think I'll ever be okay, right, with the situation that happened of losing a young man who took his own life. Like, I don't think I'll ever be okay with that, because I do these sessions, I do these recordings, and I've done them going on almost a year now, and it's been, checking on people, right? And you have an athlete, you have a student, you have a young man that you see every day, right? That didn't feel like he could talk to anyone, and that has now made me double down on my mission, that I want to check on everyone. Like, I want to check on everyone as much as I can, no matter how they feel about me, no matter how I feel about them, because you never know. Like, and that's how I cope. Like, checking on other people, because I never want that to happen, ever. Like, that's a feeling that I know I'll never get over. And that's why, I decided to make this episode, is because we need to make sure that we're checking on people. We need to make sure that we're looking after people. I mean, even if it's annoying and aggravating, that's, I'd rather you be annoyed and mad at me, than the alternative. And so it's tough sometimes. It's really tough. But as the seasons flip, right, as situations change, like we're going into a new school year, like that's a dramatic change from the summer for every individual, especially the students, especially the parents that have to get ready. And we kind of look over it as if it's just something that's passing, and you don't know the pressure on people. You don't know the pressure on the student athlete that played last year or that's in a position battle right now. And I get it. Listen, that's what they signed up for. That's a part of the game, but it doesn't mean that they're okay. Like it's a different time, a different era. When I was younger, like, you lost your spot or you got beat out, like you toughened up. You went to the house, you was a great teammate, you did what you had to do, you fought. Like nowadays, not saying they're not gonna fight, but it just takes a different toll. Like it's a different era, and we have to, as adults, evolve with the era. Like I'm not gonna call them soft. I'm not gonna say they're not built for this. Not like you can still check on them because if you have plans, right? Most people that do this in this profession, like they have plans to be at the highest level. Like if you have plans to be at the highest level, and it's not going according to plan, how do you respond to that? That doesn't mean I can say you're soft and you're not built for this, and it's not for you. Like maybe you just had a bad day, maybe you've had a bad few weeks, maybe someone is just better at it than you, right? But we still got to look at it from a human's perspective. Like they're not robots. Humans are not robots. Like they have feelings, they go through stuff, and if they go through something, I think it's our obligation to check on them. Don't use people up. Like, don't pass people by because you never know when it's that last conversation with that person. You never know what that person's going through. And so I make it a point to just reach out or see someone, hug someone, check on them, ask them how they doing. Like, that's because you don't know. And that was a valuable lesson for me. Like, it's a lesson I wish I didn't learn. It's a lesson I wish I didn't go through. To be honest with you, I wish I learned it a different way. But we're here now, and it's a very unfortunate situation that again, like I'll always think about. But it pushes me for the mission that I'm on right now. Like I'm gonna check on everyone. I'm gonna try to do my very best because I want people to live. I want people to enjoy life. Like it's not gonna be happy go lucky. No, like life is tough. Um, but that doesn't mean I need to make it tougher on you. Like you're going through something, you're human. Maybe if it's something small, like you're still dealing with it, you still have to respond to it, and then you still have to go through your normal life. And if that's the case, I don't think we should add more burden and stress to it. Like it takes nothing to ask someone how they're doing. It takes nothing to ask someone if they're okay. And you never know how you brighten someone's day just by asking that question. Because you don't know if they get that question at home. You don't know if what they're going through in their head, and you stopping them and talking to them probably saved them. And so I pose a question again: are you okay? And you just stop for a second and answer it to yourself if you have to. But I also think we should reach out to people. I also think if you're going through something, talk to a close confidant. Now listen, don't tell everyone your business. Everyone doesn't need to know your business because that don't mean, because you don't know if everyone's for you or if they're using that against you. So be very aware of who you're talking to. But if you need to talk to someone, a trained professional, a close confidant, uh, a parent, a close family member, like reach out. They'd rather talk to you, no matter what. They'd rather talk to you than the alternative. Like talk to someone, and because I know it's tough. I know life is tough. I know we're all going through different things, but I want to stop and, pose that question. Something, really quick that was on my mind last night, that's been on my mind the last few days. Because again, it's pressure, right? It's life. And we just go through it, and we just, keep moving, and we try to be tough, and we try to, you know, let things roll off our back. And what happens is, over time it builds up. Over time it stresses us out. Over time it strains us, and the burden gets so heavy. And you get to a point where you don't understand, what's going on. You snap, and you're upset, you're mad, and you don't even know why. You're grumpy, and you don't even know why, right? And it's because you're allowing it to be a strain. You're carrying something too long. I honestly I give everything now to God. Like, in some things I can't, right? Some things, they stress me out. I talked about the experience um this past Sunday, at the airport. And I wanted to handle everything myself. I wanted to do everything myself, and that just wasn't the plan. That was not going to happen. And the more and more I tried, the more and more I dug myself a hole, and the more and more I stressed myself out. And so what happens, right? If we say we're going to give something to God, you got to give it to Him entirely, and just let Him deal with it. Don't put your hands in it, because all you're going to do is muddy it up. And I learned that this past weekend. And some things happened this week, right? Not with me specifically, but some things happened to this week that, made me kind of, go back to that. Like, because whatever message you get, whatever something of prosperity you get, the enemy is going to attack it. So you could just get a message, you can just get a breakthrough. I don't mean the enemy is going to stop. He's not going to stop and say, "Oh, well, he won." No, he's going to challenge it, because he wants to see if you're fully invested. And it's going to happen on a day-to-day basis. He ain't messing with nobody that's, with him. If you're not on his side, then he's going to mess with you. As a child of God, I expect that. Count it all joy. And I just think, it's so important that we reach out. It's so important that we communicate both sides, how we're feeling. It's a different tone, a different mindset from when I was younger. But that doesn't make it wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the era we're in right now. That I think we should share our feelings. That I don't think we should, carry these heavy burdens alone. Because if you do, what happens next? Like, think about that sometime. That your life, right, is yours, right? But it impacts so many other people. It touches so many other people. And you'll never know. You won't obviously never know who will miss you. And so, again, I pose that question: are you okay? Like, I'm okay to an extent, to certain things, right? Like, nobody's ever going to be fully okay. You're going through stuff. I'm okay to an extent, but what gets me, what improves me, what pushes me, is checking on others. What pushes me to get over the hump is making sure other people are okay. As long as they're okay, I'm gonna be okay. This is my hurdle. This is my battle. This is my test. This is my challenge, right? And I'm winning my challenge. I'm winning this battle because I'm focusing on others. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna always be okay because I have God, and everybody doesn't. And I think some people are tasked with the duty of spreading love, spreading joy, spreading happiness, spreading the gospel, to make sure others see it, hear it, feel it, and that they're okay. Like, it's gonna be okay. It is. But I definitely want to check on everyone as we go into this new season, as we go into this new month, as we go into this new school year, as we go into this new football season, basketball season, sport. Like, just ask yourself if you're okay. And you'll know the answer. And ask your friends, Ask your family members, are you okay? Is everything okay with you? And then give them a moment to answer you. And then try to be with them, try to be there for them as much as you can, because it's around that time that everything kind of gets lost in translation, and I don't want that this year. That is my mission, to just keep going, keep pushing forward, checking on our mental, loving each other up, hugging each other, like letting each other know how we feel about each other. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like, we're gonna get through this every day, one step in front of the other, one moment at a time. We're gonna be okay. Y'all be blessed.